right, folks, let's talk about the national prayer service that turned into, well, a sermon on woke ideology. Instead of focusing on unity or hope, we got a lecture from an Episcopal priestess, Marianne Budd, that was so steeped in one sided rhetoric, it's hard to take seriously. And that's where my issue lies. Not with people having different opinions, but with the idea that one worldview gets to hijack a platform meant for national healing. Now let's break this down. Bud uses her time at the pulpit to claim that LGBTQ individuals, including children, are now living in fear for their lives. Fear? Really? We're supposed to believe there's some mass existential threat to LGBTQ kids when the media, schools, and even corporate America go out of their way to cater to and celebrate them. If there's fear, it's being stoked by people like Bud who thrive on inflating threats that just don't match reality. And then there's her take on illegal immigrants. The classic, they're not criminals, they're just hardworking folks cleaning our offices and picking our crops. Now, I'm not denying that many immigrants, documented or not, work incredibly hard, but can we stop pretending that illegal immigration doesn't have real consequences? Drug trafficking, human smuggling, and economic strain on local communities are facts, not narratives. And yet, Bud and those like her want to sweep all of that under the rug while holding up an idealized version of reality that only exists in their minds. But here's what really gets me: the complete lack of accountability. This is the same woman who expressed outrage at Trump for standing in front of a burned church with a Bible, but had nothing to say about the fact that her own church was set on fire during a protest. A protest, mind you, that was cheered on by many of the same voices who claim to want healing and peace. And let's not forget Trump's executive order aimed at restoring biological truth in federal policy. Love him or hate him, at least he's standing up against the madness of gender ideology that denies basic biological facts. But on the other hand, doubles down on this idea. Even addressing these issues is somehow hateful. Now, here's the bottom line: woke culture isn't about justice or fairness. It's about controlling the narrative, shutting down dissent, and forcing everyone to buy into their exaggerated version of reality. It thrives on fear, outrage, and virtue signaling, while ignoring the real issues affecting everyday people. Well, I'm here to say enough is enough. I see through the nonsense and I'm calling it out for what it is. Woke culture might demand blind obedience, but Lou,